my name is Patricia Kirk. I am a communications training officer, a CTO, so my job is to train other people, and I've been with IXP for almost 5 years.
Can you tell us a little bit about your career or personal background?
So prior to this, I actually worked in a completely different industry. I worked in the hotel industry. I had no real experience with police or fire or medical or anything. I just thought I could do it. So I had an interest in it for a few years and got my certifications and then got hired at IXP.
So how did you learn about IXP? What made you apply for a job here?
So there was actually somebody in my certification class who was hired by IXP and they were just there to get their certifications. And when I said that I didn't have a job yet, I didn't really know what I was going to do after the class, they said, here's the website, apply, see what happens.
So can you explain your role and what you do on a day-to-day basis?
So I actually have a few different roles right now. I train people. That's my primary job. When you're a new hire at IXP, you start with me. I teach you the computer system. I teach you how to handle calls, get you all trained in about 2-3 months. But I also sit at the desk. I answer 911 calls. I pretty much help with whatever needs to be done. I do the scheduling, that kind of thing. And I also get to do my favorite part, which is I get to plan a lot of the community events we do. So I get to do Dispatch Appreciation Week, which is my favorite. We do Trunk or Treat for Halloween. We do the Easter Bunny hunt in April for Easter. All kinds of fun things that we get to do.
What have you learned from being in your position? Has there been anything surprising or any favorite parts?
I think the biggest thing you learn as a 911 dispatcher is you learn you have to be calm. People are calling you on their worst day and you're there to help. And by helping, you need to be calm. Their emergency is not your emergency. Your job in that situation is to stay calm and to get them the help that they need. And I think that's a really good life lesson, regardless of what you're going to do.
What's it like to be a dispatcher? Dispatching emergency calls can be really stressful and tough. How do you handle that?
So dispatching is definitely interesting. You're going to get lots of questions about the job. People are always going to be like, what's it like? And sometimes it's really exciting and sometimes it's really boring and sometimes it's scary and sometimes it's wonderful. It's just all those things at once. The stressful calls are not every call. Every call is not going to be a fatal. Every call is not going to be life or death. You're going to get someone calling for a dead squirrel on the road and then you're going to get that life or death call. So it's a variety and it keeps it interesting.
So before you started at IXP, did you want to pursue a public safety career?
I had thought about it, but I wasn't really sure what my role was going to be. I knew I liked helping people. I thought about teaching, I thought about nursing, I thought about a few different things, but I ended up in the hotel industry, which is helping people in its own way, I guess. But after a few years of that, I wanted to really feel like I was making a difference and not just, checking people in and giving them their bill.
So can you explain what it's like to be in a leadership role? What advice you have for someone trying to achieve a leadership position here at IXP?
So I think my best advice if you're interested in a leadership role is that you need to be the person you wish had been the leader for you. If you're going to be a training officer like I am, you want to be the person you wish had trained you. If you're going to be a site manager, you want to be the person you wish had been the site manager at your first job. I just think it's really important to lead by example. And in terms of other advice, I would say that just work hard, just do everything you can, be there for everybody.
So what has kept you working here at IXP?
I'm really lucky because I genuinely love the town I work for. I love the town, I love the officers, I love the coworkers I have. Some of my best friendships have come from IXP and the people I work with. And I just really love the job itself.
So what are your future professional goals? Have they changed since being here at IXP? Do you feel like you'll have the opportunities to attain them here?
So when I first started as a dispatcher, I didn't know anything about what the progression of what this career could be. I started just as a regular dispatcher. About 2 years in, I got promoted to a communications training officer, which is where you train other people, which I love. And I think eventually I'll be a site manager, which is an opportunity I never even knew existed prior to getting my certifications. So I think the idea of getting to run my own center is really cool, and I'm really excited for that to happen one day.
Do you have any advice for someone looking to work at IXP?
So practical advice, bring a notebook, bring a sweater, bring healthy snacks. But in terms of the actual job, just come ready to be there. Your coworkers are there to help you. Everybody's going to want you to succeed. It is a hard job, so you need to have healthy stress relief, healthy ways to have outlets and ways to still enjoy your life. Even if you're working 12-hour shifts, you have to have a way to go home and decompress. I go to the gym a lot. I do a lot of cardio. That's my stress relief. You just got to find what works for you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, it was fun.